Okay, I'm back. Let's check out the patch note. So this patch, there are a lot of great changes. So they adjust O3 call advanced summon as well as the Oracle summon. So they increased the rate and they added some like pity feature, which means that if you summon a lot of time without any heroes, then you will guarantee to get legendary heroes. And another thing is Audrey is added to Oracle Shop. So this is a TLDR version. So let's check out the details. So first, there's as usual, there are the update reward, which is some summon ticket and diamonds. So let's move on to the O3 call. So O3 call event has been increased in summon rate. So the probability is increased from 1.25 to 2.27. So the rate increased. It increased by a lot, but it's still pretty low, like 2.25, 2.27. So I'd prefer this is increased higher, and they can maybe remove the guarantee drop from it. So yeah. So the reason I don't like guarantee drop stuff is that first is very complicated, so they have all of these paragraphs to explain it. Second is it removes the variant and randomness from the summon. So the part of the reason summon is fun is because you can get like really high roll or sometimes really low roll, and that's actually pretty fun. And I'd prefer they just increase the summon chance and have and simplify the guarantee drop. But now they are like they added a lot of layers of like like pity so that is you won't get low roll. So the low roll protection is really good, but the I'd prefer the base rate is a bit higher. So you can get like from 10 summon you can get two legendary heroes and that's a high roll, but that doesn't happen quite often. So I've seen some screenshot, but it never happened to me. So I prefer the high roll. The rate of high roll is getting like higher. Yeah. Anyway, so let's move on about to the like guarantee drop. So the guarantee drop limit is set to 50 summons. So there are rumors that there exists a limit of like every 50 summon you get a guarantee drop, but I think that's like just probability because like if you do the math, you will realize that like 1.25, it's very likely that for 50 summon you will get one legendary heroes. But I have had it happen to me where like I've done 70 summon and only get one legendary heroes. So that, yeah, I think this limit wasn't here before and now it's added. So this means that it is now very much worth it to get to do 100 summon every time there's a O3 call if you are gonna do it at all. So in the past, it's better to just do 50 every time, but now it's better to do 100. Yeah, so that's a guarantee drop feature. Okay, so yeah, once a 5-star one or demon hero is summoned, the guarantee count will reset and start from zero again. So yeah, you can check your progress during the event, and that's really good because sometimes we just forget our progress, and that's good. And another thing is you can the progress can carry over. So for example, if you did like 20 summon and then you stop doing the summon anymore, like next O3 call, you will still have the 20 summon progress, and that's pretty good. So yeah, that's a good change as well. And don't worry, the old one is still like preserved. So like let's see. Uh, yeah. Additionally, each time O3 call even start, the function of guaranteeing UP hero in the first 50 summon will still remain. So yeah, this the old feature is still remaining, but I'm not sure how this interact with the new one. I might have to do some testing and to see if it is like yeah I mean like to do some testing to see if like how these two interact. Are there any way to like to make sure that you get two of these every event? Like you can maybe like in the first 50 summon you first trigger the guarantee drop of the inherited summon, and then you want to get the first trigger the previous Oath Recall event. Yeah, we'll have to see. Okay, so also another thing, the chance of summoning featured hero has been increased from 50% to 66.7%. So now it is more likely you get some the good heroes. Like in the featured heroes, you can now get the let's say use trying to summon for Dahlia. Like now it's higher chance you get Dahlia instead of getting a Halos or something. Yeah, so that's really good. And another really important change is this is especially good for free to play is that free summon has been increased. So now Oath Recall, you can do one free summon per day. So that's 7 summons. And this means that like first if you want to get to 50, then that's a lot easier than before. And since the guarantee summon will carry over, it is very likely that like eventually you will like after like I think we can do them after 7 oath recall you will have 49 free summon accumulated and you will guarantee to get legendary heroes like technically is like 8 oath recall, but you can save some diamonds and do the one pull. Yeah, so this is a really good change for the free to play. And keep in mind, this is just the the 50 summon is just the low rule. They increase the rate, so it's very likely that you can get the free heroes without using the without the without like going to 50 summon. Yeah, and okay. Also, the limited rebate reward has been increased. So in the past, the rebate is only like valid from like 100 and 200. You get the selectors, and if you summon more, then there's no more selectors. And now you can, if you reach 300 and 400, you will also receive the selector of the featured heroes. But like, I don't know why they don't have this before. Like it literally discourage people to summon more, and this game should be able to their goal should be encourage people to spend more money in the game. Maybe there's like laws and regulations against like encouraging people to do infinite gacha. So maybe the limit is there for a reason. I don't know. So yeah, yeah, it's pretty good to have this being added. So yeah, so good for the people who are whaling. Yeah. Okay, so the summon rate of Oracle summon is also increased. So when selecting the Divine Demon faction, the chance is increased from 1.66 to 2%. And yeah, that's pretty good. And a guarantee drop at 60 summon is added. Yeah, so pretty much in the past, you will get this guaranteed one at 16 already. But now it's like explicitly added, not just like their possibility of getting one every 60 is really high. So yeah, now we can like expect to get a drop every 60 summon. Yeah, again, I prefer that they just increase the odd instead of having a limit so that we can have the more like high roll moment like, oh, I get 2 summons from 5 oracle pull, I get 2 legendary heroes. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, again, after the version update, you previous guaranteed progress will carry over. And another thing is, even if you did some summons in the past, it still counts toward the guaranteed progress. So, like, don't feel discouraged if you already did your summon. But okay, here's the thing: if you haven't do your summon, please wait for a few hours in this case, before when the update happen, and after the update happen you can do the summon, so it's not worth it to do the summon now. Yeah, so the when selecting woodland and eclipse as well as empire factions, so the non-D&D factions, the odd has been increased from like 3.33 to 4%. So it's still not worth it to choose this one because the D&D one is also increased. And for these heroes, you can get them in other ways. So yeah, don't choose the non D&D. You always choose D&D in the Oracle summon. Yeah, and the guarantee limit of the non D&D is 30 summons. So this basically means that like a D&D hero is worth 2 times as the non D&D heroes. Yeah. Okay. So the summon rate increased in advanced summons. So advanced summon also you get the uh, rate increase, and it also has a guaranteed drop of 60 summon, and it also carry over. So since all the progress now carry over, what we should focus on is only rebate. So since everything carry over, so in the past there's like sometimes I will worry that I should do more summon, even though I can't reach the next rebate reward. I should still do more summon because I should like the rebate. I don't know if the guarantee progress carry over. Like we just don't have information on that. But now we do. So don't worry about. So just when you finish the reward on the rebate, just stop and do the summon. Rest of the summon next time. Okay, so another update is that the Lost City chapters has been updated finally. So Lost City has been really, it's a really fun game mode, but the problem is that a lot of people, including myself, already finished the 300 floor, and now there's more. So yeah, good, and I can get more reward. Okay, yeah. So the reward are also pretty good because the reward are advanced summon ticket as well as the oracle summon ticket. So now, like if there's a rebate and I want to get to the next breakpoint, I can just spam challenge in the Lost City. I used to do that before I finished the 300 floors, and now I can do it again. So it's great, at least for me. And Dragon War has been adjusted. So people has been complaining about the losing side receiving too little reward, and the max reward is harder to get. And yeah, that's right here, and they are addressed that. So like task challenge has been adjusted, so it will increase like reward tasks complete with fewer than like 20 like 15 cumulative challenge, and the max challenge has been reduced to 20. So this means that if you're not, so in the past you have to buy the ticket with like real dollars in order to finish all the reward each round, but now you only need like 15, 20, which means that you can simply by using diamond you can get all the rewards. Yeah, so I think for the dragon wars and the GVG in general, I hope they reward the guild leader for in some way, because in that game mode the guild leader need to do a lot more work than like normal members, and I think it would be cool if they get rewarded in some way. If it's not like progression reward, maybe just give them some like cosmetic, like give them, well, skin is basically power, but maybe a avatar frame or something. Okay, so Foggy Colosseum now has skin token as reward, so which can be exchanged for permanent skins. So yeah, it's great. So because if you didn't hit like rank 1, 2, 3 in the previous Foggy Colosseum, and you will permanently unable to get those skin. And that's really weird because they spend a lot of resources on making the skin, and for some reason they are not accessible. So now like the seasonal reward for rank 1 to 50 will get some tokens, and those tokens I believe you can, like, I don't know. So from this, I don't know how it's like calculated. Like, do you get one every 3 foggy? You can buy one skin or something like that. But it's good that now you can just buy the skins you want. Okay, so yeah, that's the foggy. This is a good change, and it's good that uh they are not making it like purchasable, and that's that's pretty wholesome because it's certainly an option that they can sell them for like for real money, but they didn't, so that's pretty good. And yeah, other update is that the Oracle shop now includes Audrey, and yeah, Audrey is pretty good, and she's a monarch in a lot of monarch team. She's a really good option, and the skill description of the Season 5 Enigma has been optimized, but the effect remained unchanged. This is pretty much irrelevant because that synergy is pretty bad. But the other season synergy is really good, and there's been like builds running around that maybe I will check it out and do a video about it.